Oh, I noticed that it is 10:39, and we are set to start our next piece here, which is an e-commerce talk in social media and digital marketing. And bringing that talk to us is Natasha Martin Mitchell. And Natasha's originally from Listuguj. I love that there's so many North Shore folks on this morning because there's no shore like the North Shore, and that's for sure. And being here in Toronto, I'm really missing the North Shore. If you can believe it, I can't get Dixie Lee or a Donaire here. How do they call this a civilized society? I don't know. Anyway, it's my honor to introduce you to Natasha Martin Mitchell, who is the Development Officer for Women in Business. Natasha, over to you.
Good morning. Thank you for that. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to share some slides with you this morning. Just get this going here. Okay, here we go. Can you all see that? Is that good? Yes, okay, perfect. Okay, Waliasik Bulimsidwen, Nindela was in Natasha Martin Mitchell, delay with Listuguj, Menige, Wigi, Fredericton, New Brunswick, Wolustugwe, Migamigao. Greetings, everyone. I am Natasha Martin Mitchell, Development Officer for Indigenous Women Entrepreneurs. I am Mi'kmaq from Listuguj First Nation, but I currently reside in Fredericton, New Brunswick, which is located on the unsurrendered and unceded territory of the Wolastoqey Nation. The lands of the Wabanaki people are recognized in a series of peace and friendship treaties to establish an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, and mutual respect between equal nations. I just want to take a moment to say Wilalieg to Elder Glenda Wizot for the opening prayer, and to the organizers for inviting me to this space to share all the hard work that we're doing for our Indigenous women entrepreneurs here in New Brunswick. So Women in Business New Brunswick has been in operation since 2002, and their mission is to assist current and aspiring women entrepreneurs in reaching their full potential as business owners by delivering quality, innovative, and inclusive counseling and services. For myself, I joined the team last February to work with Indigenous women entrepreneurs, and I've never been happier because I get to work with incredible women every day. I'd like to take this time to quickly introduce our team. We have Catherine Langtang, she's the Director of Women in Business. We have Jana Alain Boudreau, she's the Development Officer for Business Startups. We have Audrey Potra, she's the Development Officer for Growth and Expansion. And we have Claire Fistion, she's the Development Officer for Export and International Trade. And we have Isabelle Arsenault, Project Coordinator for the Atlantic Canadian Women in Growth Partnership Project. And then there's me. So, as I said before, I was hired in February of 2020, just before COVID-19 pandemic hit. I accepted this position knowing what my work plan entailed. Well, with the closure of just about everything, I had to pivot my position and figure out a way I could connect with Indigenous women entrepreneurs. I do have an extensive background working with the federal and provincial governments and understand all the bureaucracies that we as Indigenous people have to go through. So for this position, I wanted to do things differently. Before finalizing my work plan, my revised work plan, I simply put the question out to the public on my own personal social media page. How are you selling your products? What would help you reach a larger audience? I received so many responses. I was basically told what Indigenous women entrepreneurs wanted and listened to what they were telling me. And I continue to follow through with these requests daily with the support of my director. So the online platform Nujintuiskadijik Abijik was created free of charge for all Indigenous women entrepreneurs residing in New Brunswick. As a Mi'kmaq woman, I realize the importance and urgency to preserve our languages. I want to learn as many Mi'kmaq words and sentences as possible with the hopes for myself of one day being a fluent speaker. So after consulting with Mi'kmaq speakers from my community, the name Nijintuiskadijik Abijik was chosen for this platform. Nijintuiskadijik Abijik is Mi'kmaq for Indigenous women, vendors, and/or salespersons. The website was launched on November 24th, 2020. We currently have 22 ladies participating on the website. We've had over 40 ladies register, and I'm currently working with the rest of them to gather their information we need in order to create their personal pages on the website. So far, we have had over 55,000 views to the website since the launch from people all over the country and the United Kingdom. All women on our website have reported an increase in sales since they joined. Since this was a new initiative for Women in Business New Brunswick, I thought our website deserved to have its own logo. Samgwani Kokonak Natalie Sapier is a Wolastoqiyik multidisciplinary Indigenous artist from Nuguktuk, Tobique First Nation, one of the largest rural Wolastoqiyik communities. She is passionate, and her pride for her culture permeates through her work and life. So this is the logo that she created for us. It means our baskets carry the weave of the teachings of our ancestors. Our baskets carry our medicines, our fiddleheads, and our berries. Our baskets hold the beauty that is built with fine craftsmanship and history of our relationship to the land and our communities. Our baskets are held together with each strand holding each other with unity and strength. Our baskets that carry the weave of our ancestors are weaving the teachings in our hands. So here is a picture of what our homepage looks like. Please take some time to visit our website as often as possible because it's always evolving and changing as we are continuously adding new ladies to the website. And I'll add a link to our website in the chat box when I'm through my presentation. Please visit us when you can. I wanted to take a few minutes to give a shout out to our web developer, Jonathan Thibault, who is out of Bathurst, New Brunswick. He's just a great addition to our team here. Some other ways of connecting with Indigenous women entrepreneurs is by hosting monthly WBNB online Mawiomis that are open to everyone. These are virtual gatherings geared towards empowering each other in a safe, collaborative, and culturally supportive environment. So we laugh a lot. Our next upcoming Mawiomi is on Thursday, on February 25th. These are some of the upcoming workshops that I'm currently planning for our Indigenous women entrepreneurs. We just completed a 3-part series of Indigenous financial literacy facilitated by one of our previous speakers, Victoria Labilwa. It was a great success with a lot of participation and interaction from our participants. We will be hosting this workshop again because they just really enjoyed it. So our upcoming workshops would be Wellness from an Indigenous Perspective, Introduction to Writing a Business Plan, Working on Your Lean Canvas, Taxation Rules and Laws for Indigenous Business Owners is a big one that we keep getting requests for, so this is what we're going to go with. Workshops geared towards awakening our entrepreneurial spirits. So that's it for my PowerPoint slides, but what I wanted to do is share the actual website with you. So I'm going to grab that on, pull that here, so that you can get a live view of the website. And so here is our homepage. And we divided the website up into different categories. So you see here, it gives you a full product list of crafts, artwork, clothing, accessories, services, merchandise, beauty, and bath. And then I also had our web developer separated by our artists who are on the website. So each one, if you look at Ashley Senepas, for example, we have her photo, and then we also have languages that she speaks, and that a short bio of who she is and where she comes from and what she does. Then we also added their contact links. So this is just a platform for them. We're just introducing buyers to the sellers to the buyers, right? So this is what we've created. And then we have our products list that the entrepreneur creates. So each page, each artisan who joins the website has their own dedicated space to them. And if they want to change it or add to things or remove photos, I'm talking to them daily. So it's really successful. They're very happy. And here we have Catherine Baxter. So again, each page is geared toward each participant, and I'm currently working on adding 7 more ladies to the website, so that should be coming hopefully by next week. So we have Cecilia Brooks, and these ladies are come from all over the province of New Brunswick. They're from corner to corner to corner, so it's really exciting. Heather, Heidi Simon, we have so many ladies, all different products are being sold, beaded products. Leanne Elson is making moccasins, sealskin mitts, earrings. So this is what we've created. Rebecca Labilwa, and many of you know from Eel River Bar First Nation. Her mother, Margaret Labilwa, the late Margaret Labilwa, was pivotal in creating baskets and selling her baskets here in New Brunswick. So her daughter Rebecca, most of us know her as Becky, has taken on her role. So that is my presentation, and I just wanted to share it with all of you. And I will stop sharing here, and then I can take a few questions if you would like, or
Hi, you caught me off guard again. I was just on my way to the bathroom. I heard you wrapping up, so I just dove across my bed. So
sorry about that.
That's all right. Here you are with a bit of a different background. Do any of the folks have questions? I know someone asked for you to repeat who designed that website. What was her name again?
His name, I will share that slide with you. His name was Jonathan Thibault.
Okay, Jonathan Thibault, and the woman who did the logo design?
Natalie Sapier.
Natalie Sapier, wonderful.
Yeah. I can go back to those slides if you'd like.
Here's a question for you from the crowd: what is your end goal with this platform? Will you keep it going?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's the end goal?
The end goal is just to help our entrepreneurs sell their products. I mean, let's face it, COVID has really threw a wrench in all our powwows. Most powwows are going to be canceled again, right? Because of, just how COVID is how it's just mutating to a new, variant. So we're going to keep this going until it's no longer needed. And like I said, we have 7 ladies who will be joining the website next week. And then the other ladies, I'm working with them. A lot of these women who are coming on, they don't sell online. They never had that opportunity. So what I do is I connect with them. and I work with them at their own pace. You know, I have elders who are calling me and saying, you know, I want to sell my knit work, I want to sell my bead work, I want to sell my moccasins, but I don't know how to go online. I don't know how to do that. So I work with them, and I call them, we have conversations every day. We work on their bios, you know, until they're happy with what is being presented about them. And then I just load it all up into the website. So that's what we've been doing, you know. And I'm listening. All of these Mawiomis that I'm having and hosting, like, you know, it's coming together virtually. You know, we're all safe at our homes, and you know, we're just going ahead and we're laughing, and we're talking about issues that they're dealing with at home,
Mm.
you know. And that's, I think, one of the ways that we're connecting with these women, and I'm building those relationships with them, because you know, I lived in Ottawa for over 20 years, you know, so when I moved here, nobody knew who I was, you know. But as time has gone on, it's been over a year now I've been with Women in Business, and I'm just loving it. I'm just enjoying my time, and every day I get to work with incredible people. And so
There's been a question here if so you know, you have your website, you're not super finesse, you know, with the internet. What platform would you recommend in terms of social media if a person only had the energy or the knowledge to do one or two? What would you recommend a person do?
there are some ladies who don't have social media pages, right? They're not there, right? And that's not what works for them. So I asked them, do you have an email address? Do you have a phone number that you're comfortable with putting online, right? And then we work that out. So whatever, and if that doesn't work, then it's just contact the artist, and then the email will be bounced to me, and then I make that connection. So that's how we've worked around that.
But if you did want to choose a social media platform, what would you recommend in terms of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest? Like, what
All
do
of
you,
them.
all of them?
Because let's face it, there's, you know, um, people decide, you know, some people like Facebook more than they like Instagram, right? Some people like Twitter than they like more than they like LinkedIn, right? So it's just, you know, it's people's preferences, really. So
And is there a cost associated with using your business?
no, no, there's no cost.
And is
No
it
cost.
only folks in New Brunswick?
It's only folks living in New Brunswick, yes. For now, we're working, this was a pilot project because, like I said, you know, we really had to sell it. It took many, many months, and we had to go through the whole bureaucracy thing. But I was adamant on using Mi'kmaq language for the platform, just because, you know, we're in this territory, Mi'kmaq territory, Wolastoqey territory, and I just wanted to highlight that, and that's important, you know. I forced my colleagues to learn how to say Najintu Iskadijik Abijik, right? And we practiced. We had team meetings where we would break it all down so that they would learn how to say it. So, you know, I know it's not the ideal way of doing things, but I just wanted to highlight the language, and that is important to me.
I see that Lorianne has put her hand up and she has a question. Lorianne, if you could type your question out in the comments, and while I'm waiting for you to type your question out, I'll share a funny little story because you were just saying about the teaching people how to pronounce that. There was this hilarious moment for me because I'm not a Mi'kmaq speaker, and I was working with the Department of Education in Nova Scotia, and I got a call on a Friday afternoon. It was about 4:25, and it was the secretary of the Minister of Education. And she said, the Minister of Education wants to speak to you. He needs an English Mi'kmaq translation. And I said, well, don't put him through to me. I don't speak. So she said, look, it's 4:30 on a Friday afternoon. You're the only Mi'kmaq we can find. We're putting them through. So they put him through. And when I came on the phone, he said, yeah, I'm going to an event tonight in Truro, and I want to welcome the people. Do you know how to say that? And I thought, oh, yeah, I think that is actually a word I know. So I said, yeah, it's Jigalasi. And I repeated it for him a few times and spelled it phonetically. And then I hung up the phone and I was thinking, wait a minute, is it Jigalasi or is it Upjalasi? And of course, for those of you who speak the language, you know what happened. Jigalasi actually means fly the heck out of here. So I had a moment of, should I call him back or not? In the end, I called him back, but I said, you know, Minister, if you invested in Indigenous language training, this wouldn't have happened. So I can see now Tiffany is telling me that Lorianne actually has the ability to speak, that she can unmute herself. So Lorianne, if you want to do that and ask your question right now, we'd be happy to hear it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm really loving this conversation, and certainly I've seen some of the comments about wouldn't it be great to have it in Nova Scotia, and ironically I am working with a group here in Nova Scotia to see how we can launch exactly that in terms of how to connect Indigenous female entrepreneurs here in Nova Scotia in a similar way. So my question is around your business model, and so you answered my question that there was no fee for the women that you're bringing onto the platform. Yeah. So this is just something that's integrated into your center's budget in terms of how you're supporting women in this way and reaching out to them and getting their information and getting them on the platform?
Yes, yeah. And for me, like, again, it's about building those relationships. Those relationships are so important. As I said in my presentation, we have over 40 people who are registered for the website. And again, everybody is at their different learning levels, right? So I like to take that time to meet everyone who's coming or who's questioning, sends me questions or connects with me about the website. I take that time to connect with them, talk to them, you know, ask them what their needs are, you know, and build those relationships, because those things are strong. We need to continue to do that, right? And listen, you know, just, you know, taking that time to post it on my social media page and say, like, what's going to work? You know, I know that there's all kinds of programs here. You know, my office is housed within the Joint Economic Development Initiative here in Fredericton. You know, however, you know, what do you need right now to help you, you know, to sell your products, to connect with people? You know, right now we're all safe in our homes, but, you know, we're all missing one another. So
am I allowed to ask a quick follow-up question?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Just in terms of, so how do the women know about you? How are you reaching out to them? How are they sort of, I guess, how are you communicating with them?
Well, we created the website, and I've done a multitude of interviews with different news stations, radio, social media is mainly the main page that I'm getting out there. We advertise on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. We're all over the place. And again, you know, the good old Maugason Telegraph works, right? People who know people, check this website out. I connected with the economic development officers in each community. So, you know, I'm just trying to get out there and listen to what they're asking for. So, like, as I said, we just finished our Indigenous financial literacy workshop with Victoria Labilwa. And in the end of the workshop, I had asked them what would be the next workshop that you really want to see. And all the attendees said the taxation. They really want to know more about taxation and selling on reserve, off reserve. So that's what I'm focusing on next.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There's a question, and I'm not quite sure I fully understand it, but I'm going to read it to you as it was presented. The question is, are clients associated with their band numbers? Because my daughters and I are Nova Scotia band members, but we live in Eel Ground. So would we, I get what she's saying. So technically she's a band member in Nova Scotia, but she lives in New Brunswick. Would she be able to use your service?
Yes, absolutely. Connect with me.
Okay, perfect. So,
Yeah.
so there you
Yeah.
go.
We have a lot of ladies, like, you know, we have a lot of women who are on the website who are from different places all over Canada, you know, and they're you know, if they're living in New Brunswick, then they're, you know, we allow them to come onto the website and to join the all the workshops and all the work that we're doing here. So I you know, I urge you to just connect with me. I'll write it in the chat when I'm finished.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm really, really, really glad to be invited. I'm glad, you know, that I got to meet you, Candy. I've seen you in Ottawa, but you know, never had a chance to meet you. But here we are, you know, good old
Hang,
virtual.
hanging out in my bedroom with me. Perfect. Thank you so much, Natasha. And people in the comments are saying they really enjoyed that presentation. So thank you for joining us this morning.